Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think that should be good. I may need to up it just a little bit more. Let's see here. Um, how's that? Just a little more. All right, I think we're hitting the yellow there now. Good. And then the stream's gonna have to come down. And there we go. Let's see those audio levels. Well, that's probably just gonna come down just a little more, and that should be fine. Okay, today is LOI day. We're catching up with the previous streams, so at this point we're pretty much just waiting for our lunar orbit insertion pad. So I guess we'll just cruise along. The sun is very, very hard to see because it is currently being eclipsed by the moon. So I can't even see the moon actually. Mars, Earth, and where is it? There it is. We've got ourselves our own personal solar eclipse. Very nice. Alright, let's cruise along. Okay, LOI purpose. So that should be 6350. That's my PC plus 2 fast return. I did not record the LOI 1 pad, so we will do that. So we will do a, we are not in PTC, so verb 37, enter, 00, enter, and uplink. And while we're getting that uplink, I'm gonna start recording stuff down. So this is lunar orbit insertion. Okay, so this is LOI 2, or sorry, LOI lunar orbit insertion 1, purpose. This is going to be burning on the SPS, GNC, GNC prop, and guidance. And our weight is 63502. And our pitch trim is 00097. Our yaw trim is minus 000.24. Time 75, 53, 54.35. Minus 2896.9 dx, and let's just give them and refresh here. And while it's processing, minus 0420.4 dy, and plus 0021.1 dz. And manual verb 66. Okay. Roll, pitch, and yaw are 3, 5, 8. Roll. 2, 2, 7. Pitch. 3, 4, 7. Yaw. And the apoapsis will be 170 nautical miles by 60.1 nautical miles. Total delta V is 2927.3 dt. Burn time of 6 minutes 15 seconds. And our compensated delta V is 2921.4 dc. Sextant star 26. Shaft of 159.20. And a trunnion of 05.400. Hello. A tropical storm formed today. Historically or actually? Because if it's actually, then I apologize for to the people who are in the path. I don't know why I'm apologizing, I'm not God, but I send my condolences to the people in the path. all of this entry BS is not applicable. So landing site options not applicable. Latitude and longitude are not applicable. Range to go is not applicable. Velocity not applicable. Entry interface time not applicable. Set stars are Acrux and Atria. Also, welcome to the stream, by the way. I apologize for not saying that first, actually. Just a little bit focused on catching this information down. Roll align is 053. Pitch align is 273. Yaw align is 359. And the remarks are, we have a LM weight of 33773. Okay. LOI 1 pad is copied down. We've already done the state vector update. The LS P52 should have been done a while back. We did our manual verb 66, so now in a few seconds of time dilation, we are going to get our P52 refs mat, reference to stable member matrix, updated here. The tropical storm is called Farnside. Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty severe, actually. Yeah, that's coming up through the Gulf of Mexico. It's just gonna decimate the edge of Texas and Mexico and roll up, and it's actually gonna, it looks like it might significantly break landfall and come up towards the Midwest area with some heavy torrential downpouring as well. It looks like some pretty serious stuff. Okay, we're pretty stable. Good. So that's gonna... Oh, let me just brighten that display up for you guys. There you go. Oh, that's maybe a little too much. Yeah, that's probably good. Verb 37, enter. 52, enter. Verb 22, enter. 3, enter. Proceed. Proceed. Star 36, okay, proceed. Moving to acquire, star 36. Ooh, that's rough, okay. Then we will redesignate to star 35. Actually, nope, we can't hit that, unfortunate. Star 35, it will have to be. There we go, we got it. Oh, no. Nice. Okay. Verb 32, enter. Verb 34, enter. 52, enter. Verb 22, enter. Proceed. The plane name is called Columbia. Not an airplane. It is a spaceship, and it is called Columbia. I don't know where it gets the name from, but a lot of spaceships are called Columbia. Okay, star 37 is next, and that should be within that 20 degrees difference, hopefully. Okay, that's... I guess that's good enough. I would have liked the distances between the stars to be just a little bit bigger, but that's fine. We'll take it. Okay, IMU alignment is complete. We know where we are now. Good stuff. How's that GDC looking? That is well within nominal spec. Alright. So I gotta get this copied down very rapidly. Yay for me. I'll try my best. So this is TEI 1, purpose, SPS, GNC, prop, guidance, plus 39036 minus 000.60 plus 000.53 7805 2701 plus 29210 plus 04600 minus 00412 181 041 010 not applicable plus 00628 plus 2957.3 232 29395 sextant star 22 plus 16210 plus 13000 not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, minus 00240 minus 16500 plus 1188 5 plus 3, 6, 2, 5, 9, 1, 4, 4, 5, 8, 5, 4. Set stars, A crux, atria, roll a line, 0, 5, 3, pitch a line, 2, 7, 3, yaw a line, 3, 5, 9, no remarks. Whew, okay. My hand is cramping. Then we still have another one. Nice. These are all abort pads. Most of them anyways. Oh, yes, actually, no, there is a remark. Remarks undocked. Okay. And there's the next one. Not even a moment of respite. It's fine. Okay. Again, I'll try and make this fast so that we can get to the fun stuff. TEI 4 purpose SPS GNC propellant guidance plus 39036 minus 00060 plus 00053 84 33 15 13 plus 31393 plus 04510 minus 00391 181 034 010 not applicable plus 00612 plus 31718 2 4 1 3 1 5 3 4 sextant star 22 plus 17150 plus 19500 not applicable not applicable not applicable minus 00192 minus 16500 plus 11884 plus 363 313 145 05 42 set stars. Acrux, Atria, roll a line, 053, pitch a line, 273, yaw a line, 359, remarks, undocked, assumes, no LOI 2. Woo! My hands are hurting, but we're done. We're done. Okay. Let's get this information copied into the computer. It's nice that we had our own personal solar eclipse, and it's nice to look at, I'm sure, as a viewer while I'm writing stuff down, but we have work to do now. And a lot of it. For 37, enter. 30, enter. So burn is at 75, 53, 54.35, proceed. Delta V is minus 28969 minus 04204 plus 00211, proceed. Wait for computation. We don't have lunar state vector yet loaded into the computer, but this seems to be about right just off the top of my head, and DT is 29273. 29273, proceed, that's good. And total velocity at this moment is 34,752 miles per hour. 59, so we're just gonna quick set this to 55. There we go, and then we are very, very far from getting this countdown actually up, but 55 just for now. And then we will set the digital autopilot up. So we are asked to use for this burn 21102, and roll can be BD, why not? So 01111, enter, proceed. Our weight is 63,502 tons, and our lunar module weight is 33,773 tons. Proceed. Angles here for 24 BR. Those are, by the way, American tons, not metric tons. 00097, enter. Yaw trim 00024, but minus, enter. Proceed. Verb 46, enter. ACDC, good. Verb 37, enter. 00, enter. CMC auto. Verb 62, enter. Verb 49, enter. Verb 25, enter. And our burn attitude is 358, 227, and 347. Auto maneuver start. So we are maneuvering to our retro attitude way ahead of schedule because we just got a few tests that we're supposed to perform, making sure our engine is nice and good before we dedicate to inserting. If we have problems with the gimbals, any of the logic, anything, and we choose to light that engine, we could either blow up or get stranded or, you know, what have you not. If those gimbals are off, we can break apart by flying around too fast, and the there's technically no such thing as centrifugal force, but the centripetal force of the spacecraft is not applied to the things inside of said spacecraft. So things like these screws and stuff, if we were spinning really fast, stuff would eventually start falling apart. The computer would be completely fine up to 20,000 G-forces, though, but other than that, everything else is going to rip itself apart. So the trim on the engine is extremely important, otherwise you can sort of spin off with the engine going, continuously accelerating in a spin, and rip apart. So all this trim, all this stuff's got to be checked up, make sure we're all good, fine and dandy for the burn. And we're also just going to do an attitude check, right? Make sure that the attitude we got is correct. We are almost into our attitude here, so those checks will be underway very shortly. We can see RCS working hard, and RCS on the LEM right now is hardly working. We'll just very gently dilate the time here. And there we go. We are in attitude now. So 5018. 0 switch off. CMC. Enter. And now we'll do verb 41, noun 91. Enter. And we'll enter in the sextant star check. So for this burn, it's star 26, and the angles are 15920 and 05400. 05400. And if our attitude is correct, we should get star 26 appearing in the sextant. So it should be centered on the scanning telescope and almost centered, and anywhere in this visual scope is good enough for the burn. And so we do have that sorted out good. We will re-zero the optics. We'll set the 0 flag in the computer. That way, next time we use it, we don't have the optics just doing whatever the hell it wants to do. So that's that check complete. Now we need to roll to acquire misfin. And So that's going to be a roll right. So let's get us a verb 64 up on the computer. Let's go to high gain. And let's do react. And we will go wide beam, and let's just give us a nice gentle
Translation.
a nice gentle right roll. Roll to Excel command. Nice and gentle right roll, and we can see as we're doing that, we're going to be bringing this antenna around to Earth. As we're rolling, the angles on the antenna are, of course, going to change on our P64 display. We can safely roll the spacecraft at 1.5 degrees per second without causing too much of a hassle, so we'll do that. We could see that's that high gain antenna there. And we're just going to bring it to point towards the Earth. We could mess with the angles, but we would still need to roll anyways. So we roll to a certain point, and then we'll be able to track mission control then. So we can slow the roll down. And here we can see we're pretty much at this point going to be well within the range of the antenna. So let's get that thing slewed over. We'll stabilize now. So that's going to be plus 10 or so degrees. And then about 270, and that should get us acquired on the high gain. And there we are. Can bump up the signal strength by going to a medium or low deadband. And now we can continue our test. So from here on out, verb 37, enter, 40, enter. Back to CMC. And auto. Then we are going to go proceed. That's just going to fix up our pitch and our yaw here. And back to flashing. Good. We'll get our circuit breakers in. Pitch 1, start. Yaw 1, start. Minus, plus, 0. Minus, plus, 0. So take our translational handle to manual takeover mode, and no MTVC. Good. Go to CMC. Pitch 2 start. Yaw 2 start. Minus. Plus. 0, minus, plus, 0. MTVC check. We show that that engine is gimbaling nice and properly. And if you want to see what that looks like, that's that. back to neutral. Pitch and the yaw are both at that 0 point. AC/DC, direct norm, rate 2. Proceed. At 1, rate 2. Enter. CMC. Proceed. Computer is now going to drive the gimbals. Okay. We got it. Verb 37. Enter. 00. Enter. Disable our motors. TVC servos off. Untie our main batteries from the main bus, and we'll do attitude deadband max. Non-essential bus is off. Trans control power off. Direct power off. Back to rate 2, and we'll pull our circuit breakers now. The reason we need the batteries is, as you can see, trim takes, or the motors take it right out of the batteries. So we can now roll back to our burn attitude. Which was 359. .227 and 347. At the same time, we'll verify S-band squelch off. Normal squelch setting is 2. And I believe to take them off, you set it to 0, but it was yellowed out on the checklist, so we're just going to leave as is. It may have been omitted. We're spinning back around. We can see the antenna has just come back into its position. We can go back to the wide beam now and go Omni Delta. And now we are going to begin a very, very slight pitch up at 0.2 degrees per second. So this is 1, that's 0.2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yep, so we bring it down to this point. And now what we're doing is we're just going to let the spacecraft here, we're going to let the spacecraft here do a pitch up, and we will observe the lunar surface then at that point through the window. Not a whole lot to see. Considering that the surface is in the dark, but we did just get a glimpse of Earth there for a second, which was pretty nice. Oh, we can see, there we go. And we are inertial. And we'll give us a verb 64. Enter. Now at exactly 75 hours, we'll be doing our EMS delta V test. So let's just get ahead a little bit to that point. Delta V, norm, and we're just going to make sure after 10 seconds, hey, does this change at all? The sign changing is normal, but if you see a number change, then you have a problem. It means that the the thing here is not working properly. The accelerometer, yeah. Then we'll do a cutoff test, and we're just making sure here that when this number hits 0, that this light comes off. Bam, and then we always get a little bit extra tail off. It needs to be between minus 20.8 and plus 20.8, so that is well within those specs. So we're good there. Next up, we need to make sure our alarm systems are working. Is there any alarms that we don't know about because the lamps are broken? Or the logic? Light, 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 and the answer is no. We've got all our lights, all of our alarms, we're good. Next thing we need to test for is if we insert into orbit, is there going to be problems getting home? So does our command module thrusters meet pre-pressurized conditions? And that they do. Hello, stall 47. Now we need to make sure, hey, is there problems with the RCS that we don't know about? Are we going to, like, blow up or something if we use it too much? And the answer is no. And that's sort of an over exaggeration. It's more like, are we going to run out of fuel if we do this burn? And the answer is no. Do we need to open the secondary propellant if we're losing fuel pressure? And the answer is no. Is our engine preheated? And the answer is no. We need to heat it up slightly more, so we'll take line heaters to only line heater A. And that should heat us up nice and good. Helium pressure. We need the helium to keep the fuel pressurized, so we're good there. And N2 pressure. We need these to open the engine valves. So, do we have enough nitrogen to actuate those valves? And the answer is yes. How's our oxidizer balance? Is it 0? Yep. Do we have the quantity to do the burn? Yes. Are our injector valves showing closed? Yes. Is the helium valve set to auto? And the answer is yes. So we are good SPS-wise. Electrical power system. For this, we make sure, are our oxygen pressures good for fuel cell generation? Yes. Do we have the quantity to insert and get home, completing the mission? Yes. Is our surge tank pressure good? In other words, when we tap from the supercritical oxygen, is the overflow at a good pressure? And the overflow is at a good pressure. We want to maintain this pressure so that we can repressurize in case of emergencies. And that's all good. Are the fuel cell flows good? You know, is there problems with the power plant? So we go through, we check our fuel cells, we check their production, we check the bus stability, we check the battery charge, and we check the pyrotechnics, and all of those are indeed where they should be. Is the pH of the cells good? Is the radiator temperature too low? Are the radiators in bypass? Make sure we got our heaters on. Make sure that the AC bus is stable at 115 volts. And we're all good there. Last thing we need to do is make sure that we don't have an accumulation of explosive gas in the battery compartment. So test for alpha, and if it's above 1.5 volts, we vent the manifold. But it's not. If it was, we would just take this to vent, and we would watch this drop to 0. It's pretty much already at 0. Maybe it was a hair above it. I saw it move for just a split second, but yep. Then we close the manifold of the batteries, and that would complete our tasks there. We can set you back to 4 Bravo. Now environmental controls. Will we die if we insert? O2 flow is good. Suit cabin delta pressure is good. Tank pressures are good. Surge tank especially is important on this one. And these needles are good. These needles are good. These needles are good. So we are all good there. And are we too heavy to do the burn in terms of wastewater? And the answer is yes. So we need to dump. Minutes, that would be 75, 10, roughly. Yeah, what's up, stall 47? Hopefully, we are not going to stall right into the lunar surface after this burn. Pun intended. Pun intended, yes. Someone want to let Madison know that we're inserting into orbit now? He wanted to see this live, and yet again, he's not here. So I feel kind of bad, but what do you do? I have time when I have time, and I don't when I don't. That's just the way the world works. We are 40 minutes before the burn now, so we'll let that wastewater dump come in, and we actually have extra time. Map update. Yes, this is what I really wanted. I'm like, these abort pads, I'll record them just in case. You never know. But this is what I'm really interested in. Map update. Revolution 1. We have loss of signal at 75, 45, 29. We've got acquisition of signal with lunar orbit insertion 1 is going to occur at 76, 19, and 37. And we'll have acquisition of signal without lunar orbit insertion 1 at 76, 09, 32. Because we're faster if we don't insert. Alright, Madison, welcome, 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 welcome. The only here we're missing is Rebel. Yes, I hope Rebel's here. I hope Rebel's here. It would be cool if he was here. He's never by anymore. He's always busy with work and stuff, and you know I can't really blame him for that. But still, I'm like he's gonna miss the landing. It's, at this current pace, he's gonna miss the landing. So. Okay, we have the appropriate weight for insertion. We dumped our waste tank. We're coming up. That is got to be one of the most pretty sights you can possibly see. Anyways, I digress. We've got work to do. 75, 53, 54, 0.35. It should be right. 75, 53, 54.35. Okay, for whatever reason, it didn't reset, but just in case, it tells us to reinsert anyways. I'm just gonna do it. This is the first time that that value has not actually changed, which is crazy. So I'm gonna do it anyways. This one definitely will have changed. so we need to slow down, so always in the minus direction pretty much. And then this is the only one in the plus direction, which is probably just for attitude purposes or eccentricity purposes. We are not going to have our lunar state vector flag in the computer yet. Switching it from cislunar navigation mode to circumlunar, or what would that be? I guess lunar orbit navigation mode. So we don't have the proper apoapsis and periapsis displayed on the computer due to that fact. But if you convert the numbers, they'll add up. 29273, good. All right. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting down. Damn it. Messed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1. We'll just wait for it. There we go. Perfect synchronization. Proceed, 0, 0, enter. Now, our total delta V was, compensated delta V is 2921.4. Nine, 2, 1.4. And there she goes. Non-essentials to bus B. Rate 2. Center of gravity is LMCSM. CMC mode. We don't need that set to free because we are not changing our auto RCS config, so we're good there. CMC auto. And we'll get to the computer commanded to burn attitude 359, 227, and 347. 359, 227, 347. So that first row's got to come down to 358. But other than that, it's good. Go. S-band aux, we're getting down voice backup. Oh, sorry, that's up voice backup. Down voice backup. And now we'll bring her down to T-minus 15 minutes, which is approximately 10 minutes from now. It's gonna get crazy up in here soon. A lunar orbit, yet again. Okay, let's do our sextant star check, make sure we're in the right attitude for this burn. And I'm looking a little far away from the moon than I normally would be, but I'm just gonna have faith in mission control, because that's all I can do at this point. Okay, we're good for the burn here. I will do Apollo 13 in NASP. At some point, I am just going to follow, basically, I'm just going to watch Turi's streams and see what he does, and sort of follow him. I'm not very good at RTCC. There's only one fictional mission that I am able to do, with a slight bit of guidance, so... We got another 3 minutes of time to kill. I figure we'd spend it outside. Another 2 minutes. Here we go. SPS line heaters off. Let's begin the burn. Verb 37, enter, 40, enter. We will transfer attitude control from the Verb 40 crew define maneuver to the program 40 burn maneuver. And we can see that that's actually going to bring us into a closer deadband than what the Verb 49 did. More accurate navigation. And a part of the burns require good accuracy. Plug in our circuit breakers. Yeah, that's all I need to know. Like everything else I could do, I just need to know what he's putting into the real-time computer complex. But hey, that's okay. I can do Apollo 2 and he can't. So, you know, it's okay if I steal some of his work, because he can steal some of mine, I guess. We all support each other. Main bus tie is on. There's vector controls. And let's get our trim set up. So we got the SCS system primed and tested it maintains attitude over the course of a few seconds, and that it does. Motor 1, motor 2. Translation handle to clockwise for manual takeover. Don't left click this handle or you'll go into abort mode and it sucks. Pitch 2, yaw 2, and then here we go. Minus, plus 0, minus, plus 0. Let's set those pad values now. We've got pitch trim of +1 with some rounding, and a yaw trim of -2 with some rounding. So 1, 2. There we go. Thrust vector control checks. Oh yeah, the devs do make videos, but they're not like, they haven't done the work of search engine optimization, so they're not as popular as this channel. I suppose they have less subscribers. I'm surprised I even have the amount of subscribers I have. Like, to most people, this is a dry as fuck boring topic, so it's really a wonder what search engine optimization will actually do for you. I was expecting maybe 100 subscribers. One day I woke up, the views were off the charts high. It was after Starship launched. The views just got really high, and then 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers, 250, 300, just, and it hasn't stopped growing. Now it's sort of stopped because I don't post as frequently. But seriously, like, do not underestimate search engine optimization. That shit is great. Okay, are you guys ready? We are very, very close. I'd like to see that. There we go. 2 minutes. Thruster system B is armed. Bank B is armed. Bringing it down to the 1 minute mark. We got 1 minute. Yep. Bringing it down carefully to the 35-second mark. And we'll go real time from here on out. EMS on. Don't forget the seats, or we'll be thrown into the wall. Standing by. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Verb 99, proceed. 2, 1, ignition. System 2 on. And there she goes. Look at that. Look at that. I see it out the side window. Oh my god. The moon looks so much better here than in re-entry, I swear. Yeah, I found you because of re-entry, funnily enough. Yes, and I do that on purpose. In my channel tags, in all the videos, even if it's NASP, I put re-entry in the tags. You're allowed to do that. That is not a violation of the rules. You're allowed to put in there whatever you want to put in there, as long as it's not completely false. So misleading is a little fine. Completely false is against TOS. So I'm allowed to do something like put re-entry in a spaceflight simulator in the tags of NASP, as long as I also include NASP. So this is the search engine optimization magic that I learned in my IT degree. It really pays off, actually. Old Man Rebel streaming naval action right now. Oh, man. Yes, it's here. The spacecraft looks fine. Genuinely, it's very low poly, but here it looks fine. Gets the point across. There's not that stupid metal bar blocking this thing, which would have never happened in real life. I mean, come on, get the thing's stupid fucking piece of metal. Really hate that thing. Like it's not that bad when you get used to it, but the Earth and the Moon are just, they'll blow you away. And then, so the internal view is not great. The external view is fantastic. Everything here looks really good. And in re-entry, it's quite the opposite. The internal view looks spectacular, and the external view looks not that great. Even the spacecraft from the outside doesn't look very good. So it's like, damn. I know why it's there. It's actually meant to be a window shade holder, if I recall correctly, but it's there, but it's so in the way. I think it can be folded or taken off or something. Because it's never in the astronaut's way, but it always is in my way. I'm actually going to open up a telemetry window real quick. Flight data monitor. Get me altitude. And that should be good. Actually, just altitude. Yeah, I totally understand that. And here they're actually going to implement more things like a cover on the altimeter. They're going to implement covers on the doors that are supposed to have them. You can even interact and open the solid waste compartment. And there is a branch that is testing lunar module window shades as well. I gotta say, lunar orbit insertion is always one of those parts where you just, for whatever reason, doubt yourself. I don't know what it is. It just is that way. We've got 25 seconds to cut off. Shut down right on time. Actually, altitude looks right on the line. That's great. Telemetry's coming in, and it looks like altitude is starting to level out. Good. And we will stop recording there. There we go, and let's get to safing procedures. Half-baked features that don't get implemented. Like, I love Civil War games. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad to hear more stuff is coming. Yes, yes. And look at that. Look at. Oh my god. There were 0 residuals on this burn. That is actually wild. We have just, I don't know what it is with our engine burns. It's just been very, very efficient. Almost too efficient in some cases where I've almost ran into gimbal lock because of the efficiency of a previous burn. Let's take a look. 169.9 by 60.2, and that is exactly perfect. Also, wait, hold on. I noticed this was counting It counts down through 0 now. Oh my gosh. Hallelujah. That is the feature I've been waiting for. Yeah, no, I know. Like, I understand that things aren't going to be exactly like they are in real life because he's not running the real computer software, but auto acquisition of nav stars should already be a thing in P52. It has been, like, 4 years since P52 came out. It should have already been implemented by now. I get it, it's early access. If you want to implement something very, very, very slowly for testing purposes, that's great. But come on, it's been 4 years. Auto acquisition of the stars. You already have automatic reentry now, so. So now we need to impulsively change our attitude. So for this, we are going to do that. We need to roll 180 degrees.
Translation, rotation.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, the clock does clock things now. Yes. Yeah, every once in a while we assume something about a feature of the spacecraft, like the clock, that we barely have any documentation on, and sometimes that documentation is found and is retroactively fitted. So these are usually very minor things like, oh, the scale on this gauge is actually supposed to display this, but the behavior doesn't change. With the event timer, it was, oh, this is actually supposed to roll through 0 on a countdown, but the behavior overall doesn't change. You know, it's always little things like that. So we roll 180, and now we are going to pitch down 70 degrees. So let's just get a verb 16 and a noun 20. So we're at 227. So 70 degrees from 227. Give us a slight pitch down. 70 degrees from 227. $70 degrees from 227. I'm totally gonna miss it if I don't bust out a calculator. Where is it? There. I'll get the brick. So 227 minus 70 is 157. Or sorry, 227 plus 70 is going to be 297. And we are getting acquisition of signal in approximately 13 minutes. Like, I wonder how long before it will leave early access. And I heard there were people trying to say he should release Shuttle and other stuff as DLC, like, not a good idea for the long term. That's fine. Shuttle is already confirmed. It's coming out, and it's developed pretty nicely. Apollo, you can do everything in Apollo, which is kind of you have to remember there's only one person on this team developing. You can do everything that you can do in Apollo, for the most part. So that's sort of it, really. That's all he wants, is that you can, it's educational and that you can do everything that you can do. So, yeah. Now we just need to yaw left a little bit. And there we go. Now that we are about in attitude, we can plug us in on autopilot. We just have to do this one manually for gimbal lock avoidance reasons. That and it says so. So here we go. Yeah, it is, and Petrie has already said that that's what it was supposed to be. It's not supposed to be simulator first, game second. It's game first, simulator second. So... I think he's doing absolutely splendid. He's doing a splendid job, in my opinion. I always like to complain a little bit about it, because... damn, but, you know, overall it's good. So. Alright, so now we just need to calculate our average altitude here. So let me just CLR, HOME. So we just add our parasynthian to our G. Here we go, 115.05. 115.05. Let's just count that as 115. That's definitely in the realm of good enough. Proceed. And verb 83. Enter. Because the game is fun, but frustrating at times. Yes, I agree. I agree, and that's why I don't really play it that much anymore. I love Gemini, I love Mercury, but sometimes Apollo just really, really makes me angry. So I don't do Apollo and Reentry anymore. It's just, it drives me crazy. Because it's like, yeah, this is a lot to learn, but really, when you seriously sit down and understand what it is you're doing, this is more intuitive than Reentry is. Okay. We have a period to wait, which is crazy. We have a period to wait. We have not completed lunar orbit insertion yet. We've only done half the burn. So, yes, but we are in lunar orbit. We're just in a highly eccentric lunar orbit. We could, I mean, like, there's no way we burn all of that in one burn. We would be ending up in a very, very wobbly off-center orbit, so we need to split the burn in two. We get it close with the first burn, and then we fine-tune with the second burn. We are coming up on acquisition of signal. So we are going to, preemptively, we're going to try and get them on the high gain here. So let's do that. We'll swivel you around to 0 and minus 20. So minus 20 and 0. And then we can see the antenna's swiveling around for us. I really like this high gain antenna. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's like, I don't even know how they built the damn thing. Because it was like, where do they put the servos? Where are the motors? It's so compact. It's crazy, but no, it works. And I've seen stuff like this on spacecraft working in tests. It does work. But it's just like, it's so impressive how small everything is that it's almost unbelievable. Almost. High gain antenna, and we've got the signal here. It's a very weak signal right now, but as hopefully we are going to get a better signal. And it looks like maybe not. We'll get them through the omnis then. So it looks like high gain is just not doing it for us. It tells us to acquire on the high gain, but I don't know. It's really not doing it today. Well, we could try auto. Nope, it's just not doing it. Okay, well, we've got them on the high gain antenna. We'll do establish an orbital pitch rate now.
Translation.
Yes, and it auto tracks, which I don't think this is something that reentry does. But look at that. The spacecraft is moving and the antenna is completely fixed. Amazing. Yeah, we do just need to establish some sort of orbit rate here, which is what I'm doing. Looking good. Alright, now I just need to wait for revolution to acquisition of signal. So we have a lot of time to kill at this point. We can see that antenna beautifully tracking the Earth. And here is a lunar terminator. So actually, our landing spot is right here. And you may be wondering why it's in the dark, but fear not, that will not be that way for very long. Oh yeah, and you can see the engine gimbal too. I'm sure you saw that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're good enough, honestly, to go CMC hold. Ooh, yikes. Okay, definitely wasn't expecting that since I have pitch on min imp. I was not expecting at hold to take over there, but you know what? Back to SCS, I guess. And we'll just fix that. We're burning a lot of gas, but we have some spare gas. Because I skipped a few P23s, you know? I hate doing P23s, so I skipped a few because it's my own time. We'll go rate high then, and that should keep us in a well enough spot. Well, maybe not. Rate high is a little too high. Yeah. Oh, back to rate low. Alright, so we did get our loss of signal time. Yeah, I hate doing these orb rates as well. It drives me nuts. But we're almost to AOS. Almost there, almost there. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, right there. AOS. Nice. Okay, let's take a look. How good is the high gain signal? Still down in the mud, unfortunately. But it is increasing. Okay. There we go. Looks like Houston may have set up our high gain signal stuff. Oh, nope, nope. It's falling off again. Oh, it's going up. It's going up. Alright, come on. There you go. Alright, I guess Houston probably just needed to switch the channels. What is it like when it's quiet? Well, it's never quiet. You have all this machinery whirling around you, but, in mission control, all the screens, like, all the data, the numbers, they all just disappear. And then a few seconds later, it comes up with the last recorded value. That's what it looks like in there. In the spacecraft, it's outside. It's like on the dark side of the moon. It's the darkest dark imaginable. You've got your floodlights, but the amount of stars you can see is to almost no end. And in the spacecraft itself, you get the machinery, and I guess they get bored and they're talking about the mission and their observations. If you look at some of the behind the moon audio recordings from the tape dump, their conversations get really interesting, actually. They're talking mostly about the moon, to be honest, because it's the most interesting thing happening, you know. But here we are. we've got our LOI 2 pad, so while I'm recording this, have a nice view of the Earth and the Moon. So, now we've got to draw the line. LOI 2. SPS. GNC. Guidance. Prop. Plus 3, 8, 9, 8, 3. Plus 001.49 minus 000.59. Ooh, we've got, look at that, we've got a nice uplink for us to do. Hold on, hold on. I'll get you that, Houston. There you go. Where was I? This is yaw trim. Hours. We're looking at 80, 22, 41.08, and minus 0.1372. That's dx. Minus 0 dy. And plus 15.7 dz. 0, 0, 0 roll, 207 pitch, 0, 0, 0 yaw, and our orbit will be 60.6 by 60 nautical miles orbit. Total delta V is 138.1 dt. Sextant star check is 24 plus 2, 2, no, not 2, 2, it's 27, 277.50 SFT, and that's the shaft, and plus 14900 trunnion, and 033 BSS plus 03.6 SPA and minus 4.9 SXP. Not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Set stars are going to be Navi and Polaris. Roll align is going to be 297. Pitch align is going to be 140. Yaw align is going to be 032. And no remark. No remarks. The uplink stuff is wild because I always thought Mission Control is typing it out as they send it, but I don't think it works like that. Yes and no, it does and doesn't. It can work like that, but if I recall correctly, there is an computer which does the typing for them with these uplinks. But they could do it manually from Mission Control as well. But it mimics the exact keystrokes that the astronaut would enter to accomplish the same thing. So that's why I say yes and no. Because it can be, it isn't, but it's just a computer that's mimicking a person, so technically yes. Mission Control is just typing the stuff in. I can do the uplink, and it will look the exact same, just much, much, much slower. Oh my god. we have another pad to copy. Ah, they're killing me with these pads. My arm hurts. No uplink for this one though, so. Oh, fine. Alright. I'm copying the abort pads down because one time I didn't, and I did need to abort because of some crazy glitch lag spike thing that happened. Totally my computer's fault. Yeah, it did not go so well. This is SPS, GNC, propellant, guidance, control, plus 37996 minus 00064 plus 000.41 and 86, 12, and 41.13 plus 3345.9 plus 0446.3 minus 0048.1 wait, and 181 roll, 032 pitch, 009 yaw, not applicable, and that's going to be 0060.0 paracynthian, total delta V, burn time is 2 minutes 45 seconds. Did I write the burn time down on the LOI 2 pad? You know what? I totally did not. Nor did I write down the compensated delta V. Well, that sucks. I'll have to get back to that. 3, 3, 5, 6.5, DC, 22, SXTS, 173.60, and 21.400, and not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, and minus 001.86, latitude, minus 165.00, longitude. Range to go is 1188.8. Velocity is 36331. And 145.07. 10 is the ground elapsed time of 0.05 G. Set stars. Acrux. Atria. Roll align is 053. Pitch align is 273. Yaw align is 359. When you automatically get pads, hopefully Ranch will do that someday. Yeah, no, I really wish, because calculating these burns on my own, while I can do it, it is certainly not my forte, and it will not be the most perfect and fuel efficient thing out there. Undocked, and assumes LOI 2. So we've got one assuming no LOI 2, and we've got one assuming LOI 2. Now then, let me get that, let me get the pad log. Because I totally did not write the burn time or the compensated delta V for this maneuver. So burn time for LOI 2 is burn time is 15 seconds, and the compensated delta V is 132.5 DC. Let's circle that. There we go. Now, what are the set stars for? Is that for a P52 or something else? That is I think that's for a P52 option 1. But don't quote me on that. I've never had to use them. Never done a tutorial on them. But I believe that this is going to be if you need to torque your gyros really fast, if you need to do the fast align, you enter in roll, pitch, and yaw align into the verb 41 noun 20. And then you do verb 40 noun 20, and then you set the flags up with some other commands, and then you'll run a P52 option 3 on stars, Navi, and Polaris. And I believe that that's what that is going to do. So it's if you're getting a burn attitude and you notice burn attitude's close to gimbal lock, it's something you can punch in and do really fast. Yes, good question. But I believe that's what that does. Don't quote me on that. I can ask later, but I've never had to use it before, so. Okay, pre-LOI2 systems monitoring. What time's LOI2 at 80, 22, 41? So 79, 22, 40. Okay. And there we are, right in. High gain antenna needs to go to minus 45 and 180. It's already in that attitude, basically, but we just need to set the knobs there in case we lose lock, and we go inertial here. We'll stabilize out for a for the P52 here. And we look really, really stable at this point. And we're doing ref-smat alignment. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Puff, 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 puff. Good. The seats. That's fine. I'll deal with it. 0 switch off. Onto CMC. And we will be acquiring star 33, which is Antares. Currently blocked by the lunar module, naturally. So we will redesignate to star 37. Actually, no, I lied. We'll redesignate to star 34. Atria, because that's our set star. Yeah, those knobs do that. Some of them click into position, some of them move. The ones that are basically like dimmer switches, they move. The ones that are selectors, multifunction selectors, they click. Alright, we got our P52 in, and now we can do our GDC align. Which is actually literally perfect. Good. Don't need to do it. And now we are just waiting on 40 minutes to the burn, so 42 roughly. So 60 minutes to the burn. Now we'll get to 20 minutes to burn. Yeah, I haven't really felt the need to do it in re-entry, to be honest. Oops. Haven't really felt the need to add any plugins to re-entry at all or anything like that. It all is working pretty fine. The user experience can be a little bad in terms of UI and stuff, but it is what it is. Okay, we're looking at LOI 2, 80 hours. 22 minutes, 41.08 seconds. Proceed. Minus 137.2, minus 0, plus 15.7. Good. So yes, very shortly, very, very shortly, we will be doing our lunar orbit insertion number 2. And then we just got a few housekeeping procedures, and guess what? I think we're going to be, I think we're going to be doing some power up. Yes, I know. That was a massive oversight, to be honest. Our parallaxes, yeah, that's good. Good, we're good. Proceed. 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Start. Proceed. 0, 0. Enter. Okay. And burn attitude. We said was 0 roll, 207 pitch, and 0 yaw. So verb 24, one of those ones you don't really use much. Getting into attitude. Our RCS fuel is, we did burn a pretty good chunk of it actually. We should probably switch to AC roll. But we'll have to wait till we're in attitude for that. Alright. Enter. And our engine is already nicely preheated for us. So no need for any of that shenanigans. Power up and down is my favorite part of any space mission. So like, you like the Apollo 7 procedure for powering up and down the guidance system? Was that fun for you? My husband also really, really likes that procedure. Because it was it's like the one part of the spacecraft he knew what he was doing, right? So he's a process engineer. So he really hates going into stuff like this because he says, and I quote, "I'm just flipping switches without actually knowing what they do." But he also says that he doesn't want to learn it because it's basically his job already is to do crazy complex shit, so he doesn't want to really add on to it. But I force him to play. And he does enjoy it. It's just, yeah. Well, on the ground, it's not really bringing the ship to life. All the circuit breakers are already in. Most of the systems are already powered on, believe it or not. It just sounds like it's dead because the fan and the compressor aren't going. Re-entry is true, cold, and dark, but not done in an entirely realistic fashion, naturally, so. But I love the power-up of the LEM is actually just the best ever, so. You'll see, you'll see. Enter. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Verb 48, enter. Verb 24, enter. We're looking at 20101. Enter. And 111111. Enter. Proceed. And our weight is 38983. And lunar module weight hasn't changed any, so proceed. Yeah, about like maybe a day later, he'll be like, actually I had fun. He's funny. It's like he complains the entire time he's playing, but then he like it's like it doesn't sink in the fun until after you're done, right? Then you get that sense of accomplishment high when you've done something complicated. That high feeling you get when you've done that. And when that sinks in, then he actually says that he felt good playing the game. So, well, simulator, I guess it's not a game, but yeah. 132.5. It is pretty fun, although sometimes annoying, because you don't have these views that are as nice as NASP, and so you spend a lot of time just floating around everything and just like, and you get really dizzy and shit. Okay, and we pretty much have just time to kill down to 15 minutes, so. We got extra RCS gas. I don't mind doing times 100 time scaling as long as it's not going to lag anything out. Right. 0 switch off to CMC. And, you know, we'll just do it from here. Verb 41, noun 91, enter. Sextant star check is 277.50. And 149.00. Okay, that's good. Most likely I misread my handwriting for that small bit of difference, so we're good there. Yeah, so, some of the devs are like, it's not a game, it's a simulator. We're fighting over a technicality that's a waste of time, in my opinion. Fighting over any technicality is a waste of time. Or it's not even fighting over a technicality, it's even worse. It's fighting over semantics. That's a real waste of time. Also accidentally just time skip to 4 minutes. Okay, alright. We're gonna have to do this really fast. Because I definitely did not save. La 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 la. We've got to do this quickly. No MTPC control, good. CMC, pitch 2, yaw 2. Our pitch trim is 1.5. So that's plus 1.5 and minus 0.6. 5, 6, okay. And up, down, left, right. Good, 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 good. Neutral, DC. Proceed. Enter. Proceed. 50-15. Rate high. Alright, we're caught up. We're caught up. There was nothing to stress about. We're literally caught up. But yeah, everyone saves like that because sometimes your finger slips, you accidentally hit the T key twice, and now your time skipping times 100. And there went those 4 minutes, and they're now 1 minute. You know, so people save frequently. But if Turi makes a mistake because he does it in real time, if he misses something, then he has to live with the mistake. So. But yeah. Bank A. It seems like we are only doing this burn on Bank A, which means that I would like to do it on Bank B instead, actually.
Translation.
Yes, he does practice, and he practices a lot. And you know, it's like when I do it on stream, I have one chance. I mean, I have more than one chance for sure, but I am definitely going to be embarrassed if I do something like crash on the moon. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, proceed, 3, 2, 1, ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shutdown. Alright, we're good here, actually. No need to trim.
Rotation.
proceed. Verb 82, enter. So, perfect burn. 00, enter. DET stop, reset. SMRCS monitoring. B and D are definitely looking a little bit hungry compared to A and C, but otherwise we're looking pretty okay there. And the temps are alright too. There we go. Yep, bank A and B are almost about the same amount of gas, so we're good there, and we have 37% fuel left, and we just started the mission, huh? How about that? We'll get a charge on battery A. Yeah, I'm balancing the nitrogen levels. That way on the return home we don't run out of gas. So we just roll 180 degrees, I suppose. Roll 180, so down to 0. And now we need to pitch down 81 degrees. So roughly to 126 degrees. Or, sorry, that would be 287 then. So roughly about 60.3, so bring it to there. And then get us a verb 83. Yes, the numbers for the SPS. These are in percentages. This is not. This is in pounds per square inch. So if I say monitor nitrogen system B, we are at 2,220 pounds per square inch. $304. Okay, so yep, now we just need to begin orb rate. So for that, we just wait till we're 315 degrees roughly. And then do orb rate. So we'll do min imp, pitch to excel command. And bring her down. There we go. Revolution 3, acquisition of signal, so we'll acquire with the high gain now. Minus 30. And plus 0, roughly. And that finishes lunar orbit insertion pretty much, so yay for us. We do have signal. Very nice. Okay. Open the valve, wait for mid-course correction update. Or not mid-course correction, mission control center update. Ooh. What do we got? High O2 flow alarm. Yeah, because we're pressurizing the tunnel right now. Well, we'll be getting those a lot, so yippee. Landmark tracking. Them's an important one I need to copy down. P22 auto optics. Landmark ID is A1 and T1 is at 0824109 at the horizon. And T2 is 0824608 at the 35-degree mark. 14 nautical miles north. And the noun 89 is a latitude of 02.000 and a longitude of 32.750 and an altitude of minus 000.00. Now we maneuver the spacecraft to 18000, 196, and 0. and go inertial. Setting the high gain antenna to -60. And 180. Okay. And we're chilling. Oh, that always scares me. This is such a dramatic alarm. I wish there was a way to tell the regulator, like, hey, we're pressurizing the LEM, please shut up. But alas, there is not. Oh yeah, Madison, you'll also see that the power-up of the LEM is almost completely different than in re-entry. There are so many additional procedures, so many like crazy different things you got to do with the computer and the IMU and all of that. It's literally just, it's different. It's so different. At least from last time I played, I don't know how much better it got after the Apollo 13 update, since I noticed they added some procedures in that update, but... Alright, OSS power down. Yeah, I think after we finish the day out, ooh, there's a lot of stuff to do. I'm hoping to get some dinner, and whether or not we continue after that is going to be a whole nother thing. If we do continue after that, there's definitely, we're not going to do the entire power-up in one day, that's for sure. So maybe we won't continue after that, and we'll postpone it to Wednesday or to next week or whatever, whenever I have time. No, you can punch numbers into the eggs. I've seen it. There's the ability to punch numbers into the eggs. I don't know if it's implemented, but you can punch numbers into it. I just seen that get added. But don't worry, I will be covering the eggs. Yeah, I will be covering the eggs, and it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. That's what it is. Tunnel lights on. We will remove the hatch. Read docking tunnels, stuff, and prepare for ingress to the LEM. Okay, LMP, intervehicular transfer to the lunar module. Certainly. Now make a save right here. Because I know it does like to crash. It's dark as shit in here. It almost feels like I should be whispering. I can't even see where the hatch is. Okay, hold on. Just gonna cheat a little bit. There we go. It's okay. I can turn that switch back off. All right. Well, that's why you're making the tutorials and not me. Yeah, no, I don't even know very much about the eggs. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I have a lot of reading to do. I will literally have, while we're powering up on the live stream, I will have the eggs documentation open. And whenever there's egg stuff, I will pause the game, read the egg stuff, and then continue. Um, Now we can add LMP to the cabin. There we go. Okay, floodlights all. Descent H2O open. Descent O2 open. Depress auto. Cabin repress circuit breaker closed. And entry checklist. Initial switch or initial circuit breaker positions. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I got. Exactly what I said. And this panel looks good. Next panel. And this panel looks good too. Okay, initial switch positions. Altitude is set to 60 already. Alright, Vox Sense 7. 6666666. Good. Ascent regulators. Open, 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 close. Yes, I know the flags already show that, but the whole point is to make sure that these are correct. Because we have no power to anything right now, so. Open, close, open, close. Enable, 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 enable. Crossfeed, close. Main shutoff valves, open, open. Two, ascent 2. Yeah, this is fully functioning. Gotta power it on first, though. Unlike in reentry, where you can punch things into this without anything powered on. Landing antenna, descent, radar test off, altimeter, transmitter, and mode control, off, 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 up, stop, off, 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 off. Side panels, bright, exterior lights off, lamp turn off. Enable, 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 enable. Rendezvous antenna release stowed. AOT CL0 pushed in. And all of this is good. And Vox sensitivity 766666666. Good. Off, reset, high, and pitch is 225. Yaw is 0. Good. Span aft. Pulled out. Closed. Closed. All that's good. All that's good. All that's good. All right. Back to the CM. Save. And you said they're working on the PLIS system. Can you actually see it as of right now? No. No, you can't. I also realized I was paused that entire time, probably, on accident. Just make sure everything is right here. Good. Didn't mean to be paused on accident, but that's just how it happens. Also texting someone at the same time. But yeah, auto optics. So we need to maneuver the spacecraft to 0303 0. No, I don't think you're limited in time for the EVA. Well, actually, yes, you're limited. You're limited by the pads that Mission Control gives you. So you're limited by the repress time, the depress time, the pads and stuff. You will miss your liftoff if you enter that lunar module late. It gets tight. It's tight. From power up to alignment to liftoff, it's really tight. Revolution 4. It's our 4th orbit of the moon. Yeah, well, the EVAs are timed exactly, so it's like they're adding plus, but like really doesn't really matter that much. Like this is not Walk on the Moon simulator. It's you know it's about the spacecraft, right? So if you have time constraints and you follow them, you know that the consumables will never be an issue anyways. So at that point, it's doesn't really matter. But they're adding it. So going to Omni Bravo. Wait, I suspect we're gonna need the CSM O2 hose for the guy in the limb. Let me do that real quick. He's probably on like critical oxygen. There we go. O2 hose is connected. Prepare for lots of alarms. And I guess KSP, which isn't nothing like this, doesn't have EVA limits either, so I'll live better than nothing. Yeah, with mods, they do have EVA constraints. Alright. B22, no incorporation, so here goes. So we'll switch off. Optics mode, CMC. Verb 37, enter. 22, enter. Proceed. Verb 22, enter. 10000, enter. Proceed. Landmark coordinates. Proceed. And naturally we get the program alarm, but it's not a problem. We just need to wait for it to begin track. There she is. Alright. What are we looking for here? Manual mode. Mark. Mark. Proceed. 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 Let's see what our deltas are. Oh yeah, people do that. Yep, lots of streamers do that. Deltas are 0. Awesome. Verb 32. Enter. Verb 37. Enter. 0, 0. Enter. Switch to the lem. Not even a 0 out the optics. Lazy. There we go. Pause. Save. Unpause. Alright, let's see what we got here. We've got the comm activation and the voice check, comm deactivation, and then heading out for the night. Have you seen For All Kerbal Kind? For All Kerbal Kind is so good. It's god tier. Transfer to Lem Power. So in other words, go back to the command module. We switched for nothing. Alright. Reset. Circuit breakers open, open. Begin the maneuver of the spacecraft. To 08200 and 22900. Proceed, proceed. High gain antenna can go to 8 and 270. There we go. We finally get the opportunity to see a sunset. And we're ready for our next personal solar eclipse. Amazing. Adios. Okay. Hit it with a verb 64. And do we have acquisition of signal? We do have acquisition of signal, so we can hit it. The proceed. Optics 0 switch off. Optics off. And switch to the lem. Pause, save, unpause, switch. Real quick, let's do a check. How are you? You are okay. Okay, comm activation. So we need the translunar bus tie close. Translunar bus tie close. Circuit breaker, VHF B transmitter and receiver, so that's on the other side. VHF B transmitter and receiver. And CDR audio. We need signal conditioner 1. We'll need glycol pump 2. And we'll also need signal conditioner 2. We'll need the EPS display. And we'll need the descent ECA control. Cross tie balance loads open. And we'll monitor CDR bus. Looks good. If less than 27, select high taps. Nope. Circuit breaker COM display closed. System engineer audio. VHF B receiver. Power amplifier. And we need the pre-modulated processor. The signal sensor. And pulse code modulator and telemetry. And environmental control system display. Alright, VHF simplex voice check. S-band transmit receive. VHF A transmit receive and off. Modulate pulse modulated. And transmitter on primary. Sorry, transceiver primary, amplifier primary, and down voice backup. Pulse code modulate. Bitrate low. And voice and on. Now we'll do our voice check. Voice check is complete. S-band voice check. Voice check is complete. One direction does VHF, the other direction does S-band. You can see our power amplifier did just go up. So bitrate to high. And voice check. We are good. Biomedical. Voice check. Good. Bitrate low. Voice check. Good. And voice to voice. Check. Good. PCM high. Good. PCM low and with ranging. Good. Alright. Back to the CM. We are just waiting for an MCC update and then TEI Block 11 data. We're already at the moon, actually. We were probably, after today, we're probably just gonna go eat in real life and then maybe save Lem Power up for another day. But we'll see. This is NASP, by the way, in case you are not aware. It is the most realistic Apollo simulator ever. Alright, we'll go poo and accept. There we go. Computers Houston, let's get that TEI data. So this is TEI 11. SPS. GNC. Propellant management. Guidance management. Plus 37973. That's our weight. And minus 0.64 pitch trim, and plus 0.41 yaw trim. And elapsed time 97 hours, 55 minutes, 52.48 seconds. GETI, ground elapsed time ignition. We are looking at a delta V of 2902.2 dx and 603.2 dy and minus 0101.6 dz, 181 roll, 060 pitch, 013 yaw. Apoapsis is not applicable. Paracynthian is 59.9. Total delta V is 2966.0. T. Burn time is 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Sextant star check is star 22. Shaft angle is 54.2. Yeah, this has the real computer software flying, so we are flying with the real program that flew on Apollo 11, which is the Comanche 055, if I remember correctly. Turn-in angle was 10.6, and then not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Latitude is plus 003.37. Longitude over 2 is minus 165.00. Range to go is 1188.6. And velocity 36,223 feet per second. Entry interface time 1693510. GET at 0.05 G. Set stars, Acrux, Atria, and our roll align is 053, pitch align is 273, and yaw align is 359. No remarks. Okay, back to the LEM. In a few moments, we'll have comm deactivation, and then we'll just close out the final inspection of the LEM before the power-up. So, off. Off. Good. Off. 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 Low. Good. Off. Off. We have low taps, so fail. And should probably set this to off too. Alright, initial circuit breaker positions. Yeah, I like time compression because I don't want to run into the issue of viewership getting bored, which is already an issue with this type of thing anyways, so I don't want to exacerbate the issue. But some people are diehard and they love to do the real-time missions like Turi, and I like to watch them. Gives plenty of time to talk to people and stuff. But it's just, eventually no one's watching it anymore after a bit. Everyone finds it boring. You'll see, like, viewership starts pretty good and then it just drops off on Turi's live streams and stuff. So. Alright, transferring to CSM power. Must have been O2 flow. Alright, now we'll close everything out. Descent O2, close. Descent H2, I needed to close that anyways. So that's fine. Repress circuit breaker, open. Deploy window shades is not implemented, but we do have the glare shields implemented. They're kind of big, actually. Floodlights off. And we can switch out. So we need to move the LMP to the CM. And damn, it is like, holy shit dark. Actually can't see the handle dark. There we go. I could drop a 1202 alarm, however, it's not something that you can do without some serious modifications to some files, because the computer speed is actually based on it's dependent on your own speed, your own computer speed. So there are some things which are slower, but generally, if your computer's faster, then the AGC may be faster. So you can limit your frames, but it's just some people have done it. I think Turi maybe has done it, but I don't know. I know the Wonder Idiot has absolutely done it with Curious Mark. Alright, O2 purge. So we're just going to use some time compression here. And now we'll give our cryo tanks a stir. And water chlorination is not simulated yet, so we don't do that. But we can click this into LM Press. And I think we can have this open then. And that should maybe stop it from sending off the alarm. We'll see. Potable H2O heater off, and perform wastewater dump. It doesn't prevent the alarm from going off. Sad. Alright, I'm gonna close this but keep the regular vent open. Or the tunnel vent valve open. Yeah. Yes, he does. Revolution 5. Fifth orbit. Okay, wastewater dump is complete. So, why not? The astronauts can also use a bathroom break. There you go. Just cause. And once we just drift along here, that officially begins the rest period. Rest period lasts for 10 hours, and then we begin power up. So we'll go to the sunset. There, very beautiful. Just quick look at the sunset. Personal solar eclipse. We're gonna save, and I'm gonna go eat because I'm bloody starving. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for now. Maybe when I get back we'll do more, but most likely not. I don't want to be rude to my roommate's time, so thanks for chilling. We're now officially caught up with last stream from the updates, so we are going to be landing on the moon very shortly. But next stream will just be dedicated pretty much only to power up of the lunar module because my god, it takes forever. Yep, thank you very much. I hope the meal they offer downstairs is an enjoyable one. So thank you guys for stopping by. Yeah, I'm also very excited. I love Lem Power Up. It's good. Well, thanks for stopping. See ya.